and welcome back to the Fate of Aeothar. Last session, the party had returned to Playak Sula, where they learned of the Sultan riding out to Kabbas to confront Governor Razula, who then shut down all the ports leading into Vidar through Kabbas. He ordered reinforcements for the city from Aeothar and Blackfield and Aeothar. And the party has been devising ways of infiltrating the city and defeating Governor Razula. They found out that an old friend, we'll say,
enemy
from Blackfield is leading the reinforcements, Captain Tomlin.
Tony doesn't like Tomlin.
Who Tony's had many previous run-ins with.
Who's Tony's arch nemesis?
Yes. Hadrada invented a new way of travel, a hot air balloon fueled by burning hands, which he showed to the Sultan, who felt it would give them some kind of tactical advantage over Governor Razula, and okayed the build of at least 3 more of these hot air balloons. And that's where we're picking up. So, all of you, I believe, took a long rest at the end, right? Of last session?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
yes.
so.
Okay.
I believe so, which means I need to get the benefits from a long rest.
Did we all sleep in my room again?
Yeah.
Probably.
No.
Yeah, we did.
No?
I mean, we were at the tavern.
No, yeah, we slept
Yeah.
in the tavern. We got rooms. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh
We'd
yeah.
have like 4 people sleeping on the floor.
Whoops, I just did that.
Right.
So yeah, the day is new and yours, so what are you going to do?
I say breakfast in the tavern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
breakfast.
Okay.
Although
Well,
Tony's food is the best, obviously. Wink,
Yeah.
wink.
Thank you.
Give Hadrada's burning hands a break for a
Yeah.
bit. But okay, so yeah, you go down downstairs to where the tavern owner is, and she is standing there, just washing cups and just general busy work as you approach. She says, "Good morning," as you walk up to her.
Good morning. Can we have a look at the group? 4? Yeah, everyone?
Yeah.
Everyone.
4 breakfasts, please.
Okay, and she says, "Okay, that'll be 10 gold for everything."
10 gold.
That's expensive.
That's should hope these will be quite hearty meals then.
And she says, "Oh, they will be. No worries, you'll get your money's worth."
Okay.
That's worth the money.
I put 10 gold on the counter.
Okay. And she takes the gold and pockets it, and goes into the back and comes out a few minutes later with not so much plates, but platters of like eggs and bacon and toast, and sets it down in front of you and says, "Like I said, you'll get your money's worth."
What's the
Thank
race?
you. And I took it.
Hey, what's the race?
She is a dragonborn.
Okay, well in that case I cast
I
under
give
my
her a hearty Dragon Ball thank you.
I cast under my breath in orc like it's a lot still fucking rip off.
She speaks orc.
And
Uh,
I
and-
begin.
From some of my breakfast, I give Spaz some of my breakfast.
Yay!
I love to talk. More than
Okay.
life itself.
Throwing some bacon down to Spaz, or over to Spaz, I guess, because he's like 6 feet tall.
Is he even allowed in here? I mean, no one's complaining. Would you complain if there was 6 feet dog in your tavern?
Horse-sized doglet can teleport. You can't tell it to leave. It's a horse-sized doglet can teleport.
Yeah, it's just gonna do what it wants, more than likely.
So she can't speak orc, right?
No, she doesn't
Okay.
speak orc. But let me see. Actually, let me roll something real quick.
Oh fuck.
Oh. Alex is gonna get cussed out. Or Jorgen is gonna get cussed out in a moment.
She does stop as you mutter, but she can't understand what you're saying, and she just keeps walking.
Okay. Tony's got like a fork in one hand with like a bit of egg on it and a pen in the other, writing down all of these like delicious tastes he's got in his cookbook. Like, what is this? Writes it down.
Pretty sure it's eggs and bacon.
Yeah, but like, is it spiced with anything? How is
Also,
it cooked?
Why do none of these taverns serve sweet breakfast? Like, I was okay with it at first, but it's getting weird at some point.
I don't know. They serve sweet breakfast where I come from.
Oh, that's cool. Ezra, right?
Yes.
You did have cinnamon rolls. In
Yeah.
Denmark
Oh, yeah.
Village.
We did. And I got some cinnamon, so I can make some cinnamon rolls when we're on the road at some point.
Cannibalism. What?
I'm not made of cinnamon, what?
No, what Tony is a cinnamon roll.
Aww. Can we get into a collective aw? 1, 2, 3.
I
Aww.
cannot get a collective awe, please.
So
Can't
as
see
you're-
under his helmet, but Tony's giving you some evils. It's like, don't awe me.
So as you're eating your breakfast, somebody comes in through the door behind you, and you turn
Everyone
around and
turns.
look. Yeah, you turn around and look behind you, and
Tony
it's
doesn't.
a
He's new.
younger human male. Roll a perception check. Somebody or
Perception.
all of you.
Tony is very engrossed in his meal right now.
21.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Well.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, not bad. So actually, all three of you, you turn and look and see that it is the younger squire who was in the Sultan's palace. The day that you had talked to him before you left for Anukari. And he comes in and you see him kind of looking around the building, letting his eyes adjust. And he looks over and notices you and walks over straight towards you and says,
waves.
okay. And he sees it and gives like a slight wave back and says, I've been sent here to summon you by the Sultan. Whenever you're up and ready for the day, he wishes to discuss the plan of attack on Kabbas.
Yes.
Okay.
Sure.
Give me like 5 minutes, hold on.
Wait, so we're not the ones making the strategy, right?
He says
I
no,
think-
but with your
Oh.
friend's hot air balloon invention, they would like to strategize with him.
Okay.
Okay.
And he says,
Okay.
but no rush, whenever you're ready. And he sees you kind of try to hand him some egg, and he puts his hand up and says, no, thank you.
It's delicious.
And he says, I'm sure.
All for me.
Maybe he's allergic. You don't know that.
And he says, anyway, good day, and gives a slight bow, and then goes out of the front door again.
Thanks.
Mm.
Bye. See you
Bye.
later.
What a nice guy.
And he's already out the door.
By the way, guys, small correction from yesterday. I do want to see Tom and Dad. However, it'd be best if we keep him alive for a bit, because we did find out in Wintervale that the Baron is involved with like the cult we smacked, and I do want to figure out what this is all about.
If you insist.
Don't worry, we can
And
force
kill him
acid.
after him.
Don't worry,
Right.
don't worry. We can force acid down his throat later on after he answered the question.
Okay, well, I'm all for killing a guy I don't like. War crimes off the table.
I mean, is it a war crime?
Don't
if
get
he's
any
dying?
ideas.
Is it a war crime if no one knows?
Yes.
That's
I can-
you
Or
are
moral
terrifying.
I
question.
can assure you, it's still a crime even if no one notices. The only difference is that no one punishes you. It's still illegal.
Tony's looking at you both with his like jaw dropped, and he looks at Hadrada, who has killed 30-something people by now. Like, are you getting this?
Tony,
Okay.
Sorry, I'm too.
Tone-
I'm very anxious.
Oh.
Tony, I literally told you when we first met that I'm a pirate, and then I told you guys that I'm part of the Thieves Guild. So yeah, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and you
I just
didn't
really
tell me
hope-
you were into acid-based torture.
Not. I didn't mean it literally. Okay, like
Okay.
we have the
What's a
option. That's
figure
what I was
of
about to say.
speech?
We have the option. I have some asset here, but I'm not saying that I encourage it.
Okay.
What's a figure of speech?
I guess let's just head off to the Sultan
Yes.
and
Yeah,
have
let's go.
Captain Balloon Brain sort things out.
By the way, before we go to what's the city called? The
Kabbas.
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 We need to head to the blacksmith because I need a shield. I practice a bit.
Oh
with
yeah, I'd like some new armor.
Yeah, me too. It's medium armor.
We're not going shopping for 3 hours again, are we?
Isn't that
Ooh.
how it
feel like,
always starts?
dropping
Tony's
explosives
pocket's
on
looking
you.
light. In that case, are you gonna finish those eggs, or are we going now?
We're going now.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, we're going
I'm
now.
good.
Tony shovels those eggs back into his mouth, and we set off.
Okay. And as you
Still
start to
chewing on the
go,
way out.
Spaz like walks up to the table to like lick any grease and remnants of the breakfast left from the plate,
Like spats.
Fast,
Come
come
on.
on.
Come on, boy.
and he hears you call him and reluctantly leaves the table and the scraps behind and follows you out the door.
As I'm like shoveling the last bit of egg in my mouth, I look at him and I'm like, and I give him like the other half of the egg.
Okay. And Spaz takes it and eats it in one gulp. I mean, it's not much.
I love how you give half an egg to a 6-foot dog.
Look, it makes him a little bit happier, and I already ate the other half of the egg. It's your dog anyway.
I know it's my dog. I adopted him.
You said you'd feed him and you'd clean after him, and here I am feeding him half an egg.
I'm feeding him and cleaning him.
I feed Spaz like some of the ribs we got from the the cat thingy with illusions we fought. What's it called?
The displacer cat.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
You kept the rib bones, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Of course you did the bones.
Wait, didn't you pour those out though when the rock was attacking you?
I did, but I picked them back up again after it flew away.
Oh, okay. Just making sure. Okay,
David
so
would
you
never
guys...
leave behind a bone.
No, I'm willing to leave behind the bones if it's for a good reason, like distractions or whatever. But if I don't have to, why should I let them rot there?
True.
Would be a
True enough.
shame.
So off to the blacksmith.
Palace first.
Is that where you were going, or
Like-
were you going straight to the
Palace,
palace?
Blacksmith Palace.
Blacksmith Palace, I say.
Blacksmith
Yeah.
Palace?
Mhm.
Okay, Blacksmith Palace.
Okay. Cool. So you begin walking north, and you come back to the blacksmith shop. He's currently out front hammering on a piece. It looks maybe like a short sword or a dagger that he's working on.
Ooh.
Ooh. Hello.
Ooh.
And he kind of stops hammering as you approach and says, "Oh, hello. Is there anything that I can do for you? You need
Yes.
anything made?"
What you working on?
And he says, "Oh, this is just going to be a simple short sword, more than likely."
Okay, nice. I'm
He says,
here
"But I
for
do
shield.
custom work as well." And he says, "A shield, okay. Let's see here. Do you have any preference of shield? Do you want square, round?"
One that protects. I don't really care.
Get a kite shield, they're the best type of shield.
And he says, fair enough. So, for a shield, he pulls one out from behind the counter that he has. And says, for this, let's say 30 gold.
Yeah, deal.
Okay. And he takes your gold and hands you the shield.
Just a regular shield?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a very finely made shield.
Excuse me. Ty walks up and is like, hello. I'd like a set of medium armor, please.
And he says, medium armor, for Like dwarf sized or gnome
For me.
sized?
Elf
Oh, for
size.
you. Dog sized, you say?
Elf size, I say. And also dog size, 2 points, 3 points in Spaz. Like, one for me, she points at herself, and one for the dog, and she points at the dog.
And he looks over at Spaz and says, "Wow, that's quite a beast there.
He's the best
I don't have anything made per se for that, but I could take some measurements and make something for him."
How much would that be?
He says, "Well, for custom armor like that, probably 40 gold."
Oh, yeah, that's fine. And if you already have some pre-made armor for me.
Yes. You wanted light armor or
Medium.
medium
Yeah, I
armor?
have
Okay.
light.
Gotcha. Okay. So for that, I don't have that. Or no, well, he does. But... so for that, we'll say 20 gold for the human
So
size.
60, yeah, that's fine. And I hand him the gold.
The one for Spaz is a little bit more because it's like a pretty
Yeah,
custom chip.
that's
It's
fine.
a
That's fine.
6-foot dog that can teleport.
And he says, "Come back in probably a day or so, and it should be ready."
Yeah, I will. Thank you very much.
And you see him walk over and start taking measurements against Spaz with a rolled up kind of piece of string, acting like a measuring tape. And comes back and he says, "Wow, that's quite large. That animal over there.
Big
Hopefully
dog,
he's
right?
nice."
He's the best.
It's quite nice.
He says, "But yeah, come back in a day or so, and it should be ready."
I will.
Okay.
How much armor class does medium armor give me?
Depends
It
on
depends
what.
which one you bought.
Yeah. So there is a breastplate, a chain shirt, a half plate, hide, and scale mail.
What would give me the most?
The half plate,
Then I will take down.
which is 15. Okay. For
Wow.
that one, it's a little bit more actually
Oh,
than the
how much
30.
more?
It's 50 for that.
Okay. Yeah, I give him that.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
I have a question. Would stud leather armor be better than my current armor? Actually, I can wear medium armor, but I wouldn't be able to cast spells, would I?
What is your current armor?
13.
No, it's light armor, right?
Yeah, I think it's just. Let me see. It doesn't say.
What's your dexterity modifier?
3.
3.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
not
it's,
wearing any armor.
That'd be it then.
I was not allowed to have 15.
Can I have studded leather? I can still
Yeah.
cast spells with studded leather, right?
You're
Yeah, it's still
proficient in light armor?
Yes.
It's still light armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still light armor. Yeah, it's a little bit better than what you currently have. So it'll be 40 gold for that.
Okay, what's 128 minus 40?
Just
80.
use the calculator.
Oh,
80.
good.
88.
Well, yeah.
I only have 88 gold left.
Oh shit.
We'll pull together at some point, don't worry.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
don't feel bad. I'm starting off with 15. It's
We'll
fine.
add
My class is
money.
now 15.
That Sultan better be paying us very well after if we help his ass.
We haven't done a job for money in a while.
No, we
Yeah.
haven't.
Mostly been running from the law.
I mean, the job for money was
What's your job
the thing
too?
was bad.
Jesus.
I try to kind of kill the guy.
Ah,
It's a long story. Right.
that's
Oh,
cute.
John is not evil anymore, don't worry.
He no longer kills people.
Oh wait, I shouldn't be talking yet. Sorry.
It's fine, this is out of character.
And studded leather will be 12 plus your dex modifier.
Yeah, so that'd be 15.
Okay.
Which means I officially have an okay armor class now.
Wow.
Hey.
Wow.
Okay, so does anybody else wish to purchase anything from the blacksmith?
I do. I approach the blacksmith and say, "Sir, I want the heaviest suit of armor you have in store.
And he says the heaviest or the strongest?
Okay, the strongest, but like, you know what I mean.
And he says, well, give me 800 gold and you can have that plate armor over there.
I want the second strongest suit of armor you have in your store.
Okay, whoa, 800 gold, like, compared to what, Talia had to pay, isn't that a bit much?
Yeah,
For a
isn't it a bit
full-
much?
Can I
Cool.
try to... Can I
For
try
full-
to, like, haggle the price down?
Can I try and haggle the price down because I have a +10 in persuasion?
Can I help?
You guys can.
If you want to jump in on this conversation, Tony will definitely let you.
Go ahead.
Come on. That is
26 with
26
advantage.
with advantage.
Nice. Okay. He says, okay. I can come down to 500 gold. How about that?
Okay. What if, say, I threw in the suit of armor I'm wearing now?
Roll a
That's pretty
persuasion check.
I assist.
So
Oh, I'm actually
persuasion
not
check.
terrible at charisma anymore. Oh, never mind, I rolled bad.
Well, I
18 with advantage.
Yeah, Talia assisted you.
Oh, nice, thank you.
Yeah, so 18. He kind of walks over and looks your armor over that you currently have on and says, looks a little roughed up.
It's treated me good for a while.
Says, but it does look strong. I could probably fix most of the blemishes on it and some of the dents.
And wash
Alright.
it.
I'll tell you what, throw in the armor that you have on now, and it'll be 300 gold.
300? Do you know what, sir? I think you may have yourself a deal.
Tony,
5 gold.
Tony, I can pay for it. Like, you pay for a lot of stuff.
I've handed him the 300 gold, and I'm now taking off all my armor.
Oh, we're gonna see what he looks like
Somebody
without armor.
come get her. She's.
I have clothes on under the armor.
Nothing
It's a
but
very
lump.
long and laborious process. And I say, I also would like to trouble you for a pair of iron fists.
And he says, iron fists, you say.
Well, you make me some punching hands. For my hands, so I can punch people real hard with big metal iron fists.
Said, I could probably do that.
Can you do that for a reasonable price?
And he says, I imagine I probably could if they're not too fancy.
They're not too fancy.
And he says, okay, tell you what, 40 gold and I'll have it ready for you in the morning.
40 gold? Easy. Thank you. Pop in 40 gold.
And he says, alright, yeah, just come back in the morning. And he kind of looks around and says, boy, we got a few custom orders to do today, I better get busy.
Got a good day of business.
Can I get a hand crossbow on top of that? I just realized it's kind of difficult to fire my bow with a shield in one hand.
Yeah, hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Okay, so for that will be... 25 gold.
Deal.
Okay. And he takes your money and hands you a hand crossbow. It looks in fairly good condition. It's nothing special, though.
Yeah. I didn't expect anything special.
Tony's taking the laborious process of sliding on all his new armor.
Somebody
Okay.
come
Okay, what are hand crossbow stats?
Being on full plate.
This is when Tony changes from old armor design Tony to new one. Visually. It's like, you know what, I could get used to this.
And the blacksmith begins working on his piece again and says, if you need anything else, you know where to find me.
What's your name? So I can recommend you to the many people across the land.
And he says, my name is Rawl.
Rawl. What does Rawl look like?
He is, like kind of a heavier set human.
Nice.
He's outfitted with like a leather apron and has a rolled up like brown leather shirt.
Thank you, Rawl. Be sure to be back tomorrow.
And he says, I should have everything ready by then.
Thank you.
Take care.
Meanwhile, I asked Tony, do you know any strong magical deities which would be able to give me my power back?
Can I introduce you to Bakov?
I mean, sure.
Let me see. Durgate, you're the rogue. Roll a perception check.
Well, my perception isn't exactly good, but I can try.
As you're all like walking through.
13.
13. Okay. So as all of you are walking in, you hear Tony start his sales pitch about why the Cobb is amazing.
Cobb's such an amazing deity.
Your ear catches somebody speaking about a certain deity, or maybe some other kind of patron, and you're kind of drawn over to the voice, and you see what looks to be a tiefling walking around with a handful of pamphlets and speaking very loudly.
It's so fucking cute.
And you notice that not only is she a tiefling, but a tiefling with white skin, which is very, very rare. You haven't encountered it before.
Have I? I live in Voodoo.
That is true. I would say you've heard about it, but haven't really seen it in person. It's not that others haven't, but just you specifically, you've never really ran into it yourself.
Okay, I walk up to her and I ask, hey, what was the person thing you were talking about just now? I overheard something, but out of context probably.
Just a second, let me figure out what my deity's name is. I forgot.
No, he redid the pamphlet in front of us like, oh god, hold on.
Do you know like these memes like
This is out of character.
do you know these memes where it's like with shields that, or commercial shields that say like insert text here?
It's like the worst Kirby salesman walking around.
I think you've
I'm
texted
so
me.
dumb.
I think you've texted me recently.
I think it was Adrasil.
Okay.
It was either Adrasil or Creona.
I think I'm gonna choose Atrazil.
Okay,
Okay, so,
Well, I'm the one in the conversation.
guess I follow Durgit.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to follow me.
Or I
Yeah, I
keep
mean-
going with Tony because I'm listening to Tony's whole spiel.
Yeah.
But he like follows along and just kind of like gets slightly quieter as he realizes everyone else is in conversation and no one's really listening.
That's
He's
so
like,
sad. That's so sad.
I mean, I did just kind of walk off on my own. I don't expect anyone to follow me.
I mean, Talia's always kind of walking with Durgan, so Talia like turns around and walks with Durgan.
you know when you're walking with a group and you just kind of mindlessly follow everyone? It's kind of like that.
Well, I
Okay,
don't
so-
because I'm too socially awkward, and when they walk away, I just kind of stand there because they didn't specifically ask me to follow them, so I just assume they don't want to have anything to do with me anymore. Anyway, continuing.
Give me a quick refresh on what you said, because I had to.
I said something along the lines of, hey, I just overheard you something about talking about deity or whatever. I just overheard it, probably out of context. Can you repeat what you just said or told?
Sorry, I'm not quite used to this quite yet. I'm speaking about my deity, Atrazil. Would you like to figure out more?
I turn around and wave Hadrada over, or like the group over.
This is where Tony starts slowing down his spiel.
Tony, come here, come here.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm coming.
At this
Tony
point,
Watson.
her cheeks begin to flush a little bit. Very, very timid and shy.
Can I ask if Tony knows about Atrasil?
Yeah, roll a history check.
Oh, a history check.
Not a fiend, I'm sure.
That's not the religion check I was expecting, but
I mean, a religion check would make more sense, right? I mean,
it doesn't matter. They're both a -1.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean,
moved.
religion.
That's a 9.
That's-
No,
Oh, I got a
Never-
2 in religion.
never really heard of him.
Sorry for calling them over. It's just we were just talking about some deity stuff and just a weird coincidence. So what about Atrasil? I'm bad with names. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're perfectly fine. I don't know very much about the lore. I couldn't get the PDF open earlier.
Do you want me to send you
Couldn't get it open.
Would you like me to speak for
Yeah.
you on that, or?
Yes.
Okay. So she begins to tell you
There you go.
that Atrasil is called the All-Father and the Giver of Light.
Oh,
He protects warriors and those who stand for justice and good, which he is lawful good. He's presumed to live in the skies and rides to battle on storm clouds. And
As soon as you
is-
say rides to battle on storm clouds, Tony's eyes light up.
Yo, my deity is fucking badass.
and
Like,
he
on
is
clouds.
one of the main deities worshipped in Aeothar.
Have I heard of him before? Like the name, maybe.
Roll a religion check.
Like on clouds?
Do I get advantage
Yes,
because
on
I'm from
clouds.
Aethavon?
On clouds?
Sure. Yeah.
Clouds.
Not just any cloud, thunder clouds.
Thunder
I mean-
cloud.
I mean, you did say get advantage, so it's an 18.
Okay. Yeah, you have heard of him before. He's not somebody that you yourself have worshipped, but you do know that there are a number of shrines and holy areas dedicated to him in Aeothar.
Okay. Okay, I have to say this Atrasil, he sounds kind of awesome. I've heard of him before. I think my mother told me about him at some point, and some other people talked about him. He rides on battle on storm clouds.
She's like,
on
wow,
the
he's lit!
clouds.
On the clouds.
On
On the
the clouds. Hear that? On the clouds.
Yes, on the clouds.
God.
Tony's just like, but God, how come you don't ride in on clouds?
I don't need a rider on clouds.
Would you like one of these
Divine
pamphlets?
smited.
Okay,
I'll take
that-
any pamphlet any day. Tony takes a pamphlet.
Or Jordan's just like, oh hey, another tiefling.
Yeah, but that's right, because you know a drop.
Oh yeah, keep forgetting you're a tiny tiefling now.
Yeah. And to Sanctity's perspective, she sees not like a pure-blooded tiefling, but like some kind of odd, like halfway between tiefling and dwarf. In Hadrada's eyes, he looks like a short tiefling, but to her, it's kind of like, oh god, what is that?
Well, she wouldn't think that. She doesn't discriminate.
I have to admit, this Atrasil sounds pretty badass, but terrifying as hell. What Durga just quietly sweats in criminal.
Sweaty criminal.
I mean, lawful good, so.
Tony's like flick through his pamphlet. He's like, oh, this is so cool. On clouds.
On the clouds.
I'm Tony, by the way. I gotta like shake your hand. I'm a paladin of the cult, and then I gotta like as I'm like gonna shake your hand as you're like about to take my hand, I like go and point to the church like awkwardly at the same time. It's like the same hand. I'm like, oh no, wait, I'm supposed to be shaking your hand. Oh, yeah, I'm from there.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Huh?
And Tony points to the Temple of the God in the distance.
Is that the god you worship?
Yeah, he's pretty cool. I met him the other day.
Impressive. My name is
Feel-
Sanctity.
Feel free to insight check him if you want.
I might do that actually.
The thing
Do you have to roll high or low?
It's
Insight.
just
Oh,
walk
I'm
up to a
proficient in
stranger,
insight.
yeah.
Let's go. 16. Or
So yeah,
25, whichever.
Tony, are you telling the truth?
I'm telling so much truth. I hung out in his little sanctum. He told me he was proud of me.
He walked through. I tell me, I was there. I wasn't there when he met the cop, but he went through a fucking portal. Sorry, I'm sorry for my language, but he went through a portal. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
I had to beat up some elementals,
nodding
and then he
along, like,
talked to
yeah,
me, and he
yeah.
gave me this cool little amulet, and I let hold up my little amulet. And he made me real strong.
Also, the cop
Tony.
revived Hadrada. Like I found Hadrada once. Like I was kind of
Oh,
an
yeah.
atheist before that. Let's just say I wasn't after that.
He like brought him back to life. He used to be a dwarf, and now he's a tiefling, and then he brought him back to life. It was weird.
Ah,
It's just
that
like
is a
we
lot to
dump
take
all,
in.
Yeah.
dump our whole story onto this stranger that we just.
I'm sorry. I'm just like really excited about it now. What are you doing?
I mean, I kind of felt like Tony flexes the whole "I met the COD" thing.
Oh, I
now,
just kind
like,
of just met the car.
pretty often. So
Yeah.
it's like the conversation starter.
She's just standing there like, this is a lot of people. What do I do? What do I say? But whenever she hears Tony talking about how he met his god, she perks up. That's impressive. It must have taken a
Right.
lot of work to earn your god's favor.
It did. It did. So he like leans back, trying to be all cool.
And falls over.
Notice he's not leaning on anything, kind of trips a little bit.
Well,
It's on-
in case you didn't hear, my name is Sanctity. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, thanks. I'm going
It's
to
a
like give you another handshake. I remember. Wait, I just did that. Put my hand back to my side. I like trying to act cool, but I'm really bad at it.
Hey Sanctity, where's the name from?
I chose it.
That's a
Oh.
pretty cool name.
That's cool.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I didn't think this far.
We have in world lore. There's a map somewhere of all the islands,
I'll
Just
send you
pick
them.
some.
like at the very top.
A lot of tieflings are from Voodoo.
Yeah.
Well then, that's where I'll be from. Buddha.
Yeah, we're
Well,
on
we
the
are
door right
Buddha.
now.
Yo, I'm from Voodoo.
We'll say
Hello?
you're from. We'll
Tony's
say
just
you're
gets-
from Susmal Voodar, which
Nice.
is in the rainforest to the south.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh.
Kelly's just like, hello, I'm Talia.
It's a
I'm not
pleasure to meet you.
I'm not religious or anything, but I do music.
pretty good.
She leans back, but like a bit smoother than Tony does.
Yeah,
That is also an admirable profession.
Talia's like really awesome. She can cast spells with like music or something like that. It's really cool.
Like probably not long. Yeah, that's me.
She has insulted people to death.
Yeah, that's true.
Like bad people. Don't worry, we're not evil. We're good.
Okay.
They were bad. They like had it coming.
To be fair, to be
Some
fair,
of you and some of them.
we usually don't engage in combat until they attack us first. So yeah, it was self-defense.
We're the good guys.
This is Adrada. He just woke up from like a real life coma where he was like possessed for a bit, but he's fine now.
Yeah, that's why
just
it
give
looks like
her
that.
my own entire life story. Hello, I'm Hardrada. I recently lost my patron due to
Unfortunate circumstances.
unfortunate circumstances, and I'm glad he's gone, but I no longer have any of my power. Well, I have some of my power, but that's because I'm also a wizard.
He's real small.
I'm a wizlock.
That's interesting. Who was your patron?
We don't like saying this. We don't
We'd like to
saying
keep
his name.
quiet about that.
Oh, okay.
He sort of possessed me, and that's how I became a demon.
Yeah, kinda made him kill a lot of
Oh.
people.
Oh.
Corin's voice starts booming and echoing and says the name.
He who cannot be named.
Oh my god, your
Voldemort?
patron is Voldemort!
Pretty much, yeah.
Interesting.
What are you doing around here?
I'm
mean-
simply trying to spread the word, to guide people to worship the All-Father.
Maybe you could guide him, and she like points at Hydrata
Oh,
down.
I still haven't decided who I want to be my patron yet.
Yeah, but
Take
he
your
rides
time.
on a storm cloud.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, but like, I'm not necessarily a warrior, am I?
You
Girl.
can be. I believe in you.
I mean, you
A lot more than
definitely,
I used to.
you definitely are a pacifist.
He also overlooks the weak, too.
He's not weak though. Are you implying something there, Mike?
I think you'll like an Aeothar. Like he, as far as I know, a lot of people in Aeothar worship him.
Probably just like shrugs. She doesn't have a clue about religion or what deities are worshipped in her homeland. It's like,
I mean,
yeah,
you can roll a religion or history check to find out.
We're actually going
no, I
there
don't
pretty
want
soon.
to. We're going there pretty soon, yeah.
We're gonna wrap up this whole Civil War thing first, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I personally don't worship him, but again, I've heard of it. It's pretty. If you live in Aeothar and grew up there, it's pretty difficult not to hear of him. Like that's an art.
Well, we have to go to the palace.
Ah, yeah.
Maybe you
Yeah.
wanna come. Yeah.
we're gonna go.
Maybe
talk
she
to
wants
this
to come along.
Do you want to come along?
Can we just do that? Do we have
I
that kind of
mean-
power?
We can. Yes, we can.
I don't see why
Ooh.
not.
Of course,
Okay.
you don't see why not. No offense.
I mean, if they ask, we can literally just we can say that you're an old friend of mine, which would make sense because again, the guy at the one, yeah,
We're
The
mine,
guards
we're
don't
probably-
recognize her and immediately kill her.
that's
Thought you were in
racist.
danger.
Oh?
Oh no.
You sound so young, by the way.
But,
I mean, I
okay.
say every hand we can get on deck.
See?
Are you
we
familiar
need
with-
some
Yeah,
more-
we should go to the palace first.
Yeah. Probably like
I don't
grabs
see
her
why not.
hand.
I'd love to talk to you all and get to know you some.
Probably like grabs her hands like, come on, let's go.
Oh,
I'm your mom. You sound so young, by the way. How old are you?
19?
You're still such a baby.
Talia, no offense, I'm literally a year older.
Talia, you're just
You're also
old as
such a
hell.
baby.
You're just old as hell.
Yeah. Talia, how old are you? I'm sorry, I know I'm not supposed to ask lady her age, but how old are you?
I'm 250.
Ah, yes, casually. I don't think
Yeah,
I'm
you're
able
old.
to grow that old.
Agreed.
You,
Talia
Talia,
just like doesn't have the concept that not everyone grows as old as elves do.
Talia, for reference, do you know how old you are compared to our other races? To compare it, I think 200 years ago, my great grandmother was alive.
Don't get that old.
No,
just
I think I'll
We don't want to give Talia an existential crisis on the stairs of the Sultan's palace, please.
I think
I'm like trying to hurry everyone on like quickly before she breaks down.
Talia, you know what? We'll tell you the details later. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, well, I guess we head in then.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go into the palace, all of you. You go past the guards who give you a nod as you walk in.
Oh, there were those, by the way. The little. Yeah, there was.
Oh, I still look like a tiefling.
Yeah.
You do, yeah. I was wondering when you were going to notice that.
I changed myself back into normal Hydrata.
Like right in front of the guards.
No, after we passed the guards.
Around a corner.
Okay.
Hadrada
And-
just, the moment we see the guards, Hadrada just quickly hides behind me and just casts a spell.
It's like a lamppost that just walks behind you and walks out the other side.
And as you arrive, you go in through the main greeting hall and you go back into the room behind the throne area that you had went into with the Sultan and Captain Balthazar previously. And you see now that in that room there's a large wooden table with a large map of Kabbas.
How large are we
Unfold.
talking?
As far as the map or the table?
Table.
The table, I would say, is roughly 8 feet by 8 feet.
And
What's
map.
That's a
that, people
big table.
units?
Big boy.
What's that in people? 7 people units.
I think a bit more than like 8 feet is like, I think 2 meters, a bit more 2 meters.
No,
8 feet is
6
taller
meters.
than most people.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
it's pretty
taller than most people.
Taller than all
no
people.
Kidding. No kidding.
Okay, 8 feet in meter, 2.43 meters.
Damn.
Turn off.
Big boy.
Yeah.
How the
Yeah,
fuck
it's-
is that the table in here?
It's a
Big
large
boy.
table,
How big is the
And-
map?
roughly about the same size.
Oh wow, that is
Big
big.
map.
Does
Probably,
it have little like tokens on it for like people?
Yeah,
that are
it
pushed
does.
around with big sticks? Oh, that's
it,
cool.
it probably has a lot of details on it. I'm pretty sure the details literally just like sand color.
It is a highly detailed map, and not only does
Sorry.
it show the walls and defenses of Kabbas, it also has almost lighter, like a lighter layer underneath where the ground would be, and it shows sewer entrances and different piping underneath the city as well.
Nice. I'm a rogue. I like sewer entrances.
I thought you don't anymore.
I don't anymore, but like, I like if it's about sneaking in, then I like sewers. But if it's like investigating sewers, I don't like that. Not
If it's
anymore.
just paralyzing giant centipede
Yeah.
monsters, those kind of
I think
sewers
it
aren't
was
your
because
deal.
of Jello.
Or gelatinous
Like-
cubes.
Yeah.
But like, so investigating sewer systems again. There's no reason for me to be in a sewer if I investigate it. I mean, I guess there is, but like, I don't know what I'm expecting. But if I sneak in, I just find this. I just run through the sewers and get up like the second entrance up, you know, to the city. There's the difference.
So yeah. Go ahead.
Walking in. I like give a wave to the Sultan as we all like come in.
I bow to
As
the
a group.
Sultan.
Me too.
I feel like we're on waving terms now.
And he gives all of you a slight bow as you come in. And he says, well, the time has come. I've been trying to plan our assault. I can't let my troops be decimated like the last time. I rode in like a fool and got good men killed.
Hey, what exactly happened
I
last
mean-
time? Were they just were the numbers unexpectedly overwhelming, or was it did something bad happen?
He says, well, when we arrived, there were a number of men out front, which we had anticipated, but the backup they had called from Aeothar sailed over in ships that they had docked in the harbor, and as
Oh,
soon as we
no.
got into range of the cannons, they opened fire on us and tore us to
Ah.
shreds.
Okay, but
That's
no
terrible.
but no magic things going on, right?
Not yet, but who knows?
All right.
What's the plan?
And Captain Balthazar says, well, we've been thinking about it, and we believe your balloons could give us an advantage, and want you and whoever else will use one of them to fly over the city and spot weak points in their defenses and try to exploit them if possible. If you can
should we-
open...
Bombs.
Go ahead.
Shouldn't we like it'd be a bit risky if we just send the balloons without knowing where to drop the bombs, because you know, civilian casualties and whatever. Wouldn't it make more sense if we send scouts into the city to like scout out the area? I mean, I'm assuming these little thingies there on the map are like sewer entrances to the city. Wouldn't that be more efficient? Would certainly save some time because these balloons aren't that fast.
And he says, yes, perhaps you're right. That was an option we hadn't considered. We should send scouts in through the sewers and find out where the most population, or where the most populated parts of the city are, and try to avoid them if possible.
I
And
would
we could
like...
also.
Sorry, continue, Thalia.
Well, we could also have them have a look where possible strategic important places in the city are, and then we know what so we know exactly what we can bomb and what we can't bomb.
And he says,
Okay.
yes, that's true. We were thinking initially of having those who go over the city in balloons, for at least one or two of them to land and open the gates. But if we send in scouts through the sewers, we can have them open up the front gates and unlock them for us. And once the gates are open, we can storm the city.
Okay, great. Who's suicidal enough to? Now we have to find a person suicidal enough to actually walk into the city. Yes?
And I assume everyone else in the room stares at Durga.
Why are you guys looking at me?
No reason.
No
Wait, guys,
reason.
do you expect me to? You are expecting me. I can see why.
You have a literal...
You are definitely the
Durga
most equipped
did?
for this situation.
Are you mad?
No,
That's
Durga
what
is
Durga-
mad, and that's what we need right now.
Well, you guys are staring at me. I mean, I guess I have an option to make myself invisible, and
That's true.
if I arrive there at night, we have flying carpet, right? Then I guess I could arrive there quickly at night, enter the sewers, and make myself invisible, sneak to the gates, avoid any conversation or like avoid bumping into anyone, and then I guess I could try and unlock the gates. I mean, I won't like open them or anything, because you know that would draw a lot of attention, but like make them, you know, or maybe I could try and get some black powder there, some explosives. I did win something handy, and it's really up to you. The point is, I can get to the city and not get noticed.
Bingo.
So, I would just like to say, who has the, or ask, I guess, who has the larger force here, you or them?
And he says, well, for right now, we do, but the way that they're situated on the coastline, they have a very big tactical advantage of not being able to get flanked.
When I was in
That's what
blacksmithing
they-
school, we were taught about military
you
strategy
that.
as well. For some apparent reason, I didn't think it would ever come in use ever, but have you ever heard of a thing called defeat in detail?
And he says, no, explain it to me.
It's when a smaller force can defeat a larger force by concentration of troops. So, you spread out your forces, and they spread out their forces so that they can cover the entire flank, and then just before you attack, you condense your forces and push through. It requires really quick movement and very intelligent placing of troops.
And he says, I see.
The dwarves used to use that tactic all the time. We'd spread out and confuse the enemy and then get into a boar's head formation and punch through.
And he says, would you be willing to teach some of my troops this method?
I'm not sure how good I'll be at it, but I can.
I believe in you.
The Aeothar will guide you.
Tony has like a little look of like, wow, look at, you're so much better of a gospel person than I am. Damn.
And he says, "But yes, I'll gather up some men and have you teach this technique to them, and they in turn will teach everyone else."
Another thing. I'd recommend putting your lighter infantry in the middle and your heavier infantry at the sides. That way, if you're pushed back in the middle, your side infantry will hold, and it will create an inverse crescent, which means you can surround your enemies.
And he says,
He knows what he's talking about.
and he says, "Noted. You're quite the strategizer."
You could say I'm Napoleon. I don't actually say that.
And he says, "Now, go ahead."
So about the thing with me or a scout in general sneaking in, I mean, if you think it's risky, I could understand that, and if you want to do the plan but not send me, it's understandable as well.
I just really don't want to go, huh?
And he says, "Well, the choice is yours."
Well, about the details, like, am I supposed to place black powder or something like that anywhere? And
He says, "Well,
Gunpowder.
if you can blow the gates open, that'd be even better, because they couldn't relock them. But you can just unlock it and open it, or just unlock it for when we arrive."
that's true. And if I have to fly in carpet and the balloons arrive, when they arrive, I can fly with them, technically. Yeah, that would work. But I'd have to, in order for you to know the position, like military targets and where to avoid the bombing, I'd have to get back at some point, so I can't exactly open the gate. Well, I could try and blow it open, because again, it's pretty difficult to repair, I'm assuming. That would work. I could do that.
And he says, "Yes, that sounds good. You could even fly over on your way out with the flying carpet and look for any weak points as well."
So,
That's true.
Two things about the balloon attack. One, the balloons, they're not entirely the strongest things in the world. So we need to fly high so that we can't get hit by arrows. Around 150 feet will do, as that is when longbows start to lose their reach. But the problem is that will take around 2 minutes to get to that height.
So we could get to that height, not immediately over the city, but when we're
Drop
when we're here,